The city of Huntington Beach here is taking legal action against the California sanctuary state law. Could you elaborate on this law and why do you think it should be struck down?
Yeah, so we filed a pretty massive lawsuit against Bonta, Newsom, and the state of California, challenging the sanctuary state law, and we're challenging in federal court for a variety of reasons. We are challenging because basically the sanctuary state law it's a form of obstruction of justice. It's basically standing in the way of our local law enforcement officials' ability to fully effectuate law enforcement practices to the best of their ability and to fight and combat crime, leaving the city vulnerable to criminals and to criminal behavior. And as we've seen throughout the nation, whether it's in Aurora, Colorado, or El Paso, Texas, or most recently in New York in the subways, Huntington Beach does not have to sit idly by and vulnerable for those types of incidents to occur here in Huntington Beach. But the state and the sanctuary state law is basically saying we have to. Well, we're saying, no, we don't have to. We want to voluntarily cooperate with the federal government on the one hand, but on the other hand, federal law requires compliance. Federal immigration law specifically requires that nobody harbor illegal immigrants, that nobody incentivize illegal immigrants to relocate and to take sanctuary. Those laws under Title 8 USC 1324 and also 18 USC 371 and 372, there are statutes, federal statutes on the books that make it a crime to harbor illegal immigrants or to lure them or incentivize them or protect them. And so basically the sanctuary state law is demanding that we violate federal law. So we're standing up and pushing back. Tom Homan, the incoming border czar, is absolutely right about federal law. Huntington Beach acknowledges that. We're happy to, as far as we're concerned, in the federal lawsuit, you can see we're happy to work with the federal government and to really, I'm doing my part to strike down the sanctuary state law altogether. To get that obstacle, that barrier out of the way so that we can effectuate proper law enforcement activities in Huntington Beach.
And yes, so Michael, you mentioned earlier that this places limits on local law enforcement there. How has this affected crime rates in Huntington Beach?
The sanctuary state law literally impedes local law enforcement ability to cooperate and coordinate with federal officials. So if they have a detainee that is subject to ICE deportation, that law basically prohibits any cooperation or coordination by local officials with federal government. And so it does interfere. And I can tell you, we cited in our lawsuit Orange County Sheriff Department statistics, and Huntington Beach is located in the county of Orange County Sheriff's Department statistics that basically show that so many illegals that are in custody are subject to ICE detainers. And we can't do anything about it because the sanctuary state law stands in its way. We also know from those statistics that those who are released, even though they're subject to ICE detainers, those who are released back into the community are committing crimes again. So half of them are known to recommit crimes. And so we are left with, communities that were really hamstrung, we're handcuffed. We can't adequately, properly protect because of the sanctuary state law. So it makes our communities less safe, even though the governor of California and Attorney General Rob Bonta would like to say otherwise. It leaves us less safe, and less able to protect our communities. So, like I said, we're not going to tolerate it. Huntington Beach has a history of standing up for what's right here in the state of California. We're considered the land of the free and the home of the brave in this crazy state. And we're going to fight back, and we're going to hold Bonta, Newsom, and the state of California accountable.
Hey, Michael, you mentioned President-elect Trump's border czar, Tom Homan. Well, he says federal authorities will need the help of local authorities to carry out mass deportations. How would striking down this law help with fulfilling that mission?
Well, the sanctuary state law it really has created a sanctuary here in California. And so much so that the U.S. Department of Immigration basically has noted that the Department of Homeland Security has noted that California has the highest population of illegal immigration here. We have almost 3 million illegal immigrants here in California. So the sanctuary state law has attracted illegal immigrants to California, attracted them, actually gone out and lured them to California, and now it's seeking to protect them. And so it really acts as a barrier to what Homan plans to do. And Huntington Beach doesn't want any part of it. And really, our primary interest is to prevent violent crime here, not only in Huntington Beach, but hopefully if other cities join, that we will prevent violent crime from occurring in California. And so whatever we can do with law enforcement officials, whether it's at the county level, the state level, or the federal level, to best provide public safety to our communities, that's what we're going to do.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.